Hi, I'm Jess from FilmDoo and I'm here with Mark Wilshin, the director and writer of Sodom, which is premiering at East End Film Festival this Saturday. And I understand the filming was 14 days.
That's right, well, 13 days actually.
13
Yes, we had a day off in the middle. So. It was 9 nights and 4 days, so yes. And the nights were short. We were filming in July last year, so we had about, from 10 to 4, so it was about 6 hours to shoot a night, which wasn't very much.
And how do you feel that kind of time period impacted the final result?
It meant that we had a great feeling on set. I mean, everyone was very aware of the time pressures, and everyone mucked in, and we had a great atmosphere on set. We had a great team, a great cast and crew, and we had rehearsed for 2 weeks beforehand. Both Pip and Joan knew exactly what they were doing, which was great. So we were all very, very focused, I think, for those 2 weeks.
And that definitely shows up in the film. It's an incredibly intimate film. So how did you find Jo and Pip?
And it's difficult to cast one without the other, because their roles and the performances that they give are so central. And then you've got other elements of people that look too similar, so you really have to kind of wait till you've got both plays in place. And yeah, we cast in both Germany and in the UK, and yeah, somehow it just came together, and we were really lucky to get both of them.
And the setting, so it's Berlin.
Yes.
But it's not necessarily something that's mentioned, and I thought that was very interesting because kind of the nocturnal darkness of the film and quite a lack of music other than a couple of songs, it created this kind of other world. And I thought the reluctance to name the city also did that. Was that intentional?
It was, absolutely. I mean, I wanted to definitely create an atmosphere of something which is very universal. We had kind of in the styling elements which are not really of any particular time, so that it would refer both to today and 1940s, 1950s, or anywhere else in the world as well. This experience was something that was very universal.
I suppose unless you know that tube station at the end,
yes,
I had to Google it, I wanted to know. So let's talk about the character of Will.
Yes.
So the thing that struck me about him was, British footballer in his 20s. We all know someone like that. And I thought I really highlighted the fact that these people who are, in the closet or just kind of, struggling with their identity and sexuality, they're everywhere.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wanted to make it as difficult for Will as I could. So we gave him a lot of background that was that wouldn't make it easy for him, to come out necessarily. So yeah, he really struggles, and because it all takes place in one night, it's it's slightly accelerated, but the struggles are very real that he goes through of having to deal with things from his past, things from his background, the relationships that he's in, the secrecy that he's got himself entangled in. So yeah, he has a lot to deal with.
Yeah, and also one of the things I loved about the film was, so he likes men. But there's also a sense that he's not necessarily as in the closet as it first comes across that he is. And there's the idea that kind of sexuality is very fluid, and when Michael's kind of saying, you need to come out, it's kind of, there's a reluctance to say that that's something that he should absolutely do. And I thought that was very unique.
Yes, I mean, we tried to play with the grayscale as much as possible, and we open with this kind of black and white in a way. We've got the very strong light coming from the street light against the black. So we have this kind of black and white idea of sexuality, and I think it's easy. That's the way we position ourselves and we position other people. But there's much more to it than that. And there's, you know, now in this kind of almost millennial kind of rejection of labels, there's also kind of what are the labels and how do we get around them, or how do we deal with them, and whether that is a positive explosion or whether it's something a little more hiding the truth. So it's very complicated, I think, the idea of what is black and white and what is grey, but it was something that we were very keen to explore with the movie.
Yeah. And so Michael himself, I don't want to give away the whole story, but you introduce a lot of themes in this film, and there's the theme here of, you know, the absence of a long-term partner, loss in some kind of sense. So what was the decision to explore that?
I think for me, I tried to write a very honest story, and I didn't want to represent the community, in any community, but I did feel like there were certain things which I couldn't ignore, and so I think kind of as a community coming through crises in the past, you know, I felt that was something that I wanted just to kind of hint at, and yes, there's a kind of very vague drugs reference, you don't have any in the house kind of thing, which I just wanted to kind of deal with, but without kind of exploring too much.
So it comes from a very personal place.
Yes, the film is it's entirely fictional, but it is a very honest film. You know, I spent 2 years writing it, and I tried to write. You know, write what you know. So
I guess they're just so different, these characters, and there's the generational difference. Maybe even generational in terms of the LGBT community as well. They've, you know, experienced very different ways of necessarily coming out or exploring their sexuality. It was great.
Thank you.
So what's next for you?
I'm currently working on a couple of things. One based around Montgomery Clift, and the idea of kind of an actor doing kind of more of a period piece in the 50s, but he was a kind of fascinating actor, and I think, you know, there's that difficulty of then, as now, of kind of being out, being in, and then also one on the idea of home and how I guess I feel slightly estranged from the idea of home. I love the works of Colm Toibin, and I think he has a very special sense of place, you know, it's that kind of Irish sense of home. And so I'm interested in exploring this idea of how that changes, how you may or may not connect with that idea as a, particularly kind of as a gay man, and then also it's a kind of brother and sister story too. So.
And was it intentional to have the world premiere during Pride Month?
It wasn't. It was good luck. It was very, very fortunate. It's been a blessing.
Good. Thank you very much. Once again, the Sodom will be screening on Saturday, the 17th, at East End Film Festival. It's the world premiere. Don't miss it. Great.